It's just crazy how when the mind becomes really quiet and it's not standing in the way of this, then it is totally obvious how things are not what you think they are. Concepts are not real. Like, we are in the midst of a mystery all the time, and the body that thinks I'm in the midst of a mystery all the time is not separate from this mystery. There's just this mystery, there's just mystery talking to mystery. You see, when all hope is lost, and you even recognize that there is no such thing as enlightenment to attain, and therefore it's just emptiness, then nothing is really known. The mind cannot even grasp onto a concept called enlightenment. Every attempt to find something that will make you feel better is suffering. Every attempt to get something is an action that comes from lack, and therefore, on the long term, it will create even more lack. It will just mirror the cause. The result will be of lack. Like when you try to do something because you want to get something, then that's lack. Then there is a time where you realize that the world is empty. Like, whatever's here is here. But the things that are here will not bring you lasting fulfillment. But if you keep chasing things that will not give you lasting fulfillment, you'll end up miserable or suffering, or it's just never enough. And no matter what you have or who you think you are, because the world is empty. And when you try to get something from this world because you think you are not enough yet, then all your doings will come from a sense of lack. So if everything is just irrelevant and you're finally allowing yourself to be as you are without trying to get something, you settle down and the mind becomes really quiet, then things become obvious. That sense of fulfillment was always here. And nothing is known. When you see that nothing is known, then there's no separation. It all starts, for most people, for me it did, it all starts because of a sensation we don't want to feel. So we are looking for liberation, save me from that negative feeling. I don't want to feel it. Then we watch all these videos and read all the books and we try to figure things out, with the mind and our understanding, and then we are some kind of pseudo psychologist and we know everything and we are still suffering inside. Until you give up. You lose what you think you had, so you give up. And you sit down and you notice, if you would be alone on an island, there's just no chance for you to study Nisargadatta Maharaj, because you would be alone there. So all you have is whatever's here. So you're left with the suffering, that sensation you don't want to feel. And the only thing for you to do is to put your attention right in there and go through it. Until there's no need anymore to escape from it, because the pain reduces when you're not trying to avoid this sensation. And when the sensation is no longer uncomfortable and it becomes easy to just be, and the mind becomes quiet, you simply are, without having a goal in mind. And you notice how the center of your being is spreading a sense of, at first it's just acceptance, then it's a kind of peace and okayness. And the longer you stay in it, the better it will feel. But that's not even the goal. Because why? There is no goal. That's why we shouldn't turn it into a goal. So when we simply are, and there's peace of mind, and we're just looking around, and you notice how you only think that you are in a world because someone told you that this is called a world. In reality, you have no idea what is it really like. We can name different substances, but what are they really? Then you can see the world as it truly is. You see the mystery. You no longer see a world of concepts. When you look at things and it feels like you know those things, that's the mind turning the unknown into known. But this known is an illusion. Because everything you experience, even right now, this is brand new and it's unknown. You have no idea what I'm about to say. I have no idea what I'm about to say. This is brand new and unknown. We call those things bodies. But what is the word body? It's just a sound. What is a sound? We can find out what is this, what is a sound? It's like a vibration, it's a tone. And we can go into detail, but we can again ask and ask and ask again, just like a child. But what is it really? Where does it come from? And I think even science came to a point where I found a video, it's a very old video, where it is explained how scientists basically know that everything is nothing, because this matter does not exist. It's just a quantum field. So, but that's too much. We are actually not doing this to find anything out for the mind. A spiritual seeker is someone that knows something's wrong. What's wrong? It's like this constant need to get something, and it's never fulfilled. That's wrong. That's why a person becomes a spiritual seeker. Because there are gurus that tell you that there's a way out. The way out is simply to stop and recognize what you have always been. Not trying to figure it out with the mind, Just be. That's already that. Then you're faced with what you are trying to avoid. Emotions, thoughts, blockages. And those things are... I know some people say that's not important because that's still in the body. Your true self is not in the body, so you can ignore that. But I don't think so. You should not ignore that. You should face that. You should put your attention right in the suffering. And what is the true self? True self cannot be found. Cannot be found. When you stop seeking, it's all there is. The act of seeking and searching is seen by the true self. It's right here, right now. You wouldn't be able to see this video without the true self. So you cannot put effort in searching. You have to relax. You have to let go of wanting to know it finally. You want to know it, but you have to let go of that need. And when there's no knowledge at all, really, no knowledge at all, you don't even know that you are here experiencing a body, experiencing a mind-body mechanism. You don't even know that anymore. It's just pure, I don't know. It's just not even I. It's just that thing does not fear death. And it's unknown. It's the pure essence of unknown. And then when you look around, oh, nothing's known, so it's all that. It cannot be known. We can create a word which is in itself an abstraction, it's unknown, and we could put that abstraction onto an object and say that's it. And then there's this illusion of knowledge, which is a good illusion. It works. Makes us feel like humans that understand things and we are able to function in the world. But if you want to see for yourself if you are truly the source of happiness and you don't need anything to fulfill, your ego's desires, you don't need to fulfill them, but the feeling of being fulfilled is truly possible by simply being who you are. If you want to find that out, you simply have to stop and stop trying to figure things out intellectually. Even the spiritual search, where you're reading books and listening to talks, that's intellectual stuff. Really just sit down in a quiet space where you can relax and simply be.